A look back to Greek royal brides' wedding dresses. Greek royal wedding dresses often blend traditional elements with modern design, drawing inspiration from ancient Greek attire while incorporating contemporary trends. Features like drapery, flowing silhouettes, and delicate fabrics like silk and organza are common, reflecting the graceful, natural beauty associated with Greek style. Royal brides also frequently opt for intricate beading, embroidery, and lace, often paired with long trains and structured bodices for a touch of regal elegance. Let's look back to 20th century Greek royal brides to modern brides. Queen Frederika of Greece 1938. Queen Frederika of Greece married King Paul, then the Crown Prince of Greece, in January 1938. The wedding took place in Athens, Greece, and was a significant event for the Greek royal family. The gown was reportedly simple in design and was made by a Paris couturier with Greek roots Jean Desses. It featured fitted three-quarter length sleeves and a flared skirt, with a jewel neckline. The gown was made of silver lame and covered in layers of heirloom Bruges lace and tulle. The train, also of white lame and organza, extended from the neckline and was 20 feet long. She also wore a 15-foot-long Belgian lace veil. Frederika wore a small nuptial crown and a large tiara, the Queen Sophie's diamond tiara. Queen Frederika also owned and wore the Greek ruby parure, another family heirloom, which was a gift from King George to Queen Olga. Princess Sophia of Greece wedding 1962. The wedding of Juan Carlos, Prince of Asturias, and Princess Sophia of Greece and Denmark took place on Monday, the 14th of May, 1962. The couple was married in 3 ceremonies, one according to the rites of the Roman Catholic Church, the groom's faith, at the Cathedral Basilica of Saint Dionysius the Areopagite, one according to the rites of the Greek Orthodox Church, the bride's faith, at the Metropolitan Cathedral of Athens, and a third civil ceremony that was held upon their return to the royal palace. Don Juan Carlos was the eldest son of Infante Juan, Count of Barcelona, pretender to the Spanish throne, and Princess Maria de las Mercedes of Bourbon II Sicilies, while Princess Sophia was the eldest daughter of King Paul and Queen Frederika of Greece. Jean Desses, a Paris couturier with Greek roots and a new Athens salon, was chosen for the job, and the dress was made in Greece by Greek seamstresses at the bride's request. They made Sophia one of the most intricate royal wedding gowns around, a silver-white lame base covered in tulle and old lace. One detail that won't get lost in time is the sheer length of her train. About 20 foot long and made of more lame covered with organza, she also made a £7,000 trousseau order at Desses. The bride wore the Belgian lace veil her mother wore at her own wedding in 1938 and a diamond tiara that Kaiser Wilhelm II presented to his daughter, Princess Victoria Louise of Prussia, the bride's maternal grandmother, on her wedding. The groom wore his Spanish Army uniform with the insignia of the Spanish Order of the Golden Fleece and the Order of Charles III and the Greek Order of the Redeemer. Juan Carlos and Sophia were King and Queen of Spain from 1975 until his abdication in 2014. Queen Anne-Marie of Greece and Denmark 1964. King Constantine II and Anne-Marie were married on the 18th of September, 1964, 2 weeks after Anne-Marie's 18th birthday. The Greek Orthodox marriage ceremony took place in the Metropolitan Cathedral of Athens, and was conducted by Chrysostomos II, Archbishop of Athens and all Greece. Princess Anne-Marie wore a relatively unadorned gown by Danish designer Holger Blom, assisted by Jørgen Bender. Her Irish lace veil, worn by her maternal grandmother, Princess Margaret of Connaught at her wedding in 1905, was anchored by a Cartier diamond tiara given to Princess Margaret by the Abbess II, Khedive of Egypt. The veil had also been worn by her mother, Queen Ingrid, in 1935. The veil and tiara together have been worn by all of Ingrid's female descendants. King Constantine wore the ceremonial uniform of Stratarches, Field Marshal, of the Hellenic Army. He wore the insignia of the Greek Order of the Redeemer, Order of Saints George and Constantine, Order of George I and the commemorative badge of the centenary of the Royal House of Greece, as well as with the insignia of the Danish Order of the Elephant and Order of the Dannebrog. Princess Marie Shantel 1995. The lavish wedding of Pavlos, Crown Prince of Greece, Prince of Denmark, and Marie Chantal Miller took place on the 1st of July, 1995 at St. Sophia's Cathedral, in London, England. The wedding ceremony, hosted by Miller's father, billionaire Robert Warren Miller, reportedly cost $1.5 million and was attended by 1,400 guests. The wedding ceremony, receptions, and celebrations combined reportedly cost Miller $8 million. The wedding of Pavlos and Marie Chantal brought together the largest gathering of royalty in London since the wedding of Elizabeth II and Prince Philip in 1947, and more monarchs were in attendance than at the wedding of Charles, Prince of Wales, and Lady Diana Spencer. Marie Chantal's pearl-encrusted ivory silk wedding dress with a tulip-shaped front and 4.5-meter Chantilly lace train was made by Valentino Garavani and reportedly cost $225,000, as did her mother's and sister's ensembles. 25 people worked on Marie Chantal's dress, which took 4 months and 12 different kinds of lace to complete. Valentino's Roman Attires made 62 outfits for the wedding, including the dresses for Queen Sofia of Spain. Marie Chantal also wore a diamond tiara lent to her by Pavlos's mother, Anne-Marie. Pavlos and his groomsmen wore hand-tailored suits by Bryony of Rome. Marie Chantal's parents also hosted an afternoon luncheon reception at Hampton Court Palace, which was also decorated by Robert Isabel. Colette Peters created the 8-tiered wedding cake, which was accompanied by 300 additional cakes, one per table. The cake's design was inspired by a china pattern from the royal collection. The cost of the dinner at Wortham Park and the Hampton Court Palace luncheon reception was reportedly $5 million. Princess Alexia of Greece 1999. Alexia, the eldest daughter of King Constantine II and Queen Anne-Marie of Greece, married Carlos Javier Morales Quintana, an architect and a champion yachtsman, at St. Sophia Cathedral, London on 9 July, 1999. The wedding was a grand affair, with guests including Queen Elizabeth II and other European royals. Alexia wore a simple and classic gown by the Austrian designer Inga Sprausen. She also wore a Cartier diamond tiara that previously belonged to Princess Margaret of Connaught. The same tiara was worn by the brides at the weddings of Alexia's mother, Anne-Marie, and grandmother, Ingrid. She also wore a delicate pair of diamond floral earring, and an Irish lace veil also belonged to Crown Princess Margaret of Connaught. Princess Tatiana of Greece 2010. The wedding of Prince Nikolaus of Greece and Tatiana Blatnik, a fashionable event planner and publicity consultant for Diane von Furstenberg, was celebrated on August 25, 2010 with a sunset Greek island ceremony in Spetses. Tatiana wedding dress was designed by Angel Sanchez, a Venezuelan designer. The gown featured a strapless, fitted bodice and a long train, crafted from 40 meters of French Chantilly lace. She also wore a lace bolero for the ceremony, which she removed for the reception. The dress was a surprise choice, as many expected her to wear a design by her former employer, Diane von Furstenberg. Tatiana wore a family heirloom as her headpiece, choosing the antique corsage tiara. According to Order of Splendor, it was created by Queen Ingrid of Denmark from family brooches and was gifted to the last Queen of Greece, Queen Anne-Marie, as an 18th birthday present. Princess Nina Flor of Greece 2021. Prince Philippos of Greece and Denmark and his wife, Nina Flor, now Princess Nina of Greece and Denmark, married in a religious ceremony at the Metropolitan Cathedral of Athens on Saturday, October 25, 2021. The wedding featured all of the pomp and circumstance that typically accompanies a royal wedding, even though the family is now no longer reigning. The ceremony marked the first time a Greek royal has married at the cathedral since Prince Philippos's parents, King Constantine II and Queen Anne-Marie, said their vows there in 1964. It was also the first religious event held there for a member of the family since the christening of Prince Philippos's older brother Prince Pavlos in 1967, just before the fall of the Greek monarchy. Princess Nina Flor of Greece wore a stunning Chanel gown for her wedding. The dress, a modified version of the Chanel's 2021 autumn-winter couture collection, featured a white silk moire taffeta fabric, a V-neckline, a flared skirt and a front bow detail. She completed her bridal look with the antique corsage tiara, a family heirloom borrowed from her mother-in-law, Queen Anne-Marie, and a long silk tulle veil. Princess Theodora of Greece 2024. Princess Theodora of Greece was radiant and regal at her wedding to American lawyer Matthew Kumar on Saturday on September 28, 2024 in Athens. Held in the Metropolitan Cathedral of Athens, the bride wore an elegant Bardo wedding dress, which featured delicate embroidery. The gown was designed by Celia Critharioti, whose eponymous brand is Athens' oldest couture house, established in 1906. Theodora of Greece arrives on the arm of her brother Pavlos, Crown Prince of Greece, to her wedding at the metropolis Greek Orthodox Cathedral. Theodora accessorized with a series of glamorous family heirlooms. Her long lace veil originally belonged to Princess Margaret of Connaught, and was used to cover the Crown Princess of Sweden's body after her death in 1920. Theodora also wore Princess Margaret's tiara, a Cartier diadem gifted to the Crown Princess of Sweden on her wedding day by the Khedive of Egypt in 1920. On her wrist, Theodora sported part of a diamond sautoir that belonged to her great-grandmother, Alexandrine, Queen of Denmark. Pavlos and Marie Chantal's daughter, Princess Maria Olympia, was one of Theodora's bridesmaids, as was the bride's niece Arietta Morales y de Grecia, daughter of Princess Alexia. They wore elegant periwinkle dresses made by Crithariotti. Chrysi Vardanogianni 2025. Prince Nikolaus of Greece married shipping heiress Chrysi Vardanogianni in a private ceremony in Athens on Friday, February 7, 2025. This wedding took place just weeks after their engagement was announced and follows Prince Nikolaus's divorce from Princess Tatiana in April 2024. The wedding was a private affair because both Prince Nikolaus and Chrysi Vardanogianni were previously married. Nikolaus divorced Princess Tatiana after 14 years of marriage, and Chrysi was previously married to Stefanos Zypolitas. The bride stunned for her special day wearing a custom gown by Greek designer Christos Costarellos. The design, which was crafted at the Costarellos atelier, featured hand-beaded French lace, a round neckline with transparent elements and intricate beading on the bodice and skirt. The gown's scalloped lace edges were inspired by Ionic order columns, per the fashion brand. Chrysi wore Queen Anne-Marie's antique corsage tiara, a family heirloom that has been worn by previous royal brides in the family. The wedding was attended by members of the Greek royal family and other European royals, including Queen Anne-Marie, Princess Benedict of Denmark, and Queen Sophia of Spain.